What if I told you that the relentless bone-deep exhaustion you feel every single morning has absolutely nothing to do with how much sleep you're getting? Crazy, right? Well, today we are breaking down a pretty radical concept from the Silent Cross. It actually claims that our modern burnout is entirely self-inflicted, and we're going to unpack the one massive shift that can completely rewire your trajectory. Welcome to this explainer, where we're about to completely rethink how your entire life is structured. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. The source text poses a super provocative question. What if your life isn't actually stuck? What if it's just out of order? I mean, we live in this era of endless hustle, waking up with that immediate morning anxiety. But the book identifies that this constant, heavy pressure, it isn't a time management issue at all. It's actually a priority issue.
Now, what's really interesting about this concept is the deep contrast in how we usually operate versus the core principle outlined in the book of Matthew. Think about our standard approach. We're always trying to squeeze God into this insanely packed schedule, maybe tossing up a quick prayer while we're stuck in traffic. But the text points out that seeking God first isn't just some nice suggestion or a little add-on to your day. It's about literally rebuilding your entire life around Him. And when you finally make that shift, the source notes that 5 rapid, totally life-changing things start to happen. Here is shift number 1.
Your anxiety begins to lose its grip. As the text highlights from Philippians, we're told not to be anxious, but to present our requests to God. Think about what that actually means. True peace doesn't come from having all the answers or trying to predict every single possible outcome. It comes from surrendering control. It's about finally stopping that exhausting attempt to carry a weight that was, honestly, simply never yours to carry in the first place.
All right, moving right along to shift number 2.
And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when that anxiety fades. Your decisions become incredibly clear. Looking closely at Proverbs 3, the source explains that your life transitions from being led by passing emotions and random impulses to being directly guided by divine direction. It doesn't mean every single choice is suddenly perfectly easy, but you're no longer walking in the dark. It's like trading a blindfold for a GPS.
Which brings us right to shift number 3.
Your identity becomes completely stable. According to 2 Corinthians, you become a new creation. The source makes such a profound argument here. An identity that's built on human success, or wealth, or constantly worrying about other people's opinions, it's incredibly fragile. It literally shatters under pressure. But an identity received from God, that stands firm. Even when life gets incredibly hard, it is absolutely rock solid.
Okay, here is shift number 4, and it's a big one.
Your priorities begin to shift naturally. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be. The analysis here really emphasizes that this shift isn't forced. It's not about begrudgingly giving up things you like or white-knuckling your way through life. Instead, your time, your energy, and your focus organically move away from those temporary, exhausting chases and shift toward things of true, eternal value.
And finally, we hit number 5.
So the crucial point is this: your life begins to carry true purpose, not just activity. The text highlights a massive contrast in Ephesians between the pure, draining exhaustion of random, busy activity and the deep fulfillment of walking in a specifically designed purpose. Basically, activity without God just leads to burnout, but activity with Him, that leads to actual meaning. But wait, here is the reality check the source provides. What does the word Lord actually mean in your daily routine? It's not just a title you casually say. It is the ultimate authority that actually dictates how you react. I mean, it's super easy to claim God is first, but when things fall apart, what do you actually run to? Is it your phone? Is it stress? Are you just trying to seize control? Because whatever you run to first, well, that's what's truly leading you. Let's move to and see how this builds into real life. How do you actually apply this? The source outlines actionable steps that are absolutely not about adding more religious pressure to your plate, but simply shifting your focus. Turn to Him before the morning noise hits. Invite Him into your decisions. And just pause in the middle of your daily chaos to acknowledge that you need Him. Because the deeply reassuring message from James chapter 4 is that God responds to surrender, not perfection. He isn't standing at a distance, arms crossed, waiting for you to fix everything before you approach Him. He welcomes you right now. Yes, even when you are rebuilding your life slowly or imperfectly. The source leaves us with one incredibly provocative question to end on. What is leading your life today? If you are ready to stop carrying the weight all by yourself and make that crucial realignment, take one step right now. Seal that decision and drop the comment, God first, below. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and keep pursuing that purpose.